Hi, Leo. Happy early birthday to those of you who celebrate in July, and welcome to your July 2020 Astrology 33 reading. Thanks to those of you who have liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you interested in booking a personal reading with me, just check out the description of the video for more details there. As far as what we have in front of us, it's a Celtic cross spread as always, and then we actually have some oracle cards I pulled and a Mudra card. So we'll get started with the main spread. Main situation position, we have the Knight of Cups. So this is actually a Pisces energy, and there's not really much going on in Pisces. At the time of recording this, we still have Mars there, but pretty much by the time we get to July, Mars will be in the sign of Aries. So I don't necessarily see too much going on there. So I view this as more of a situation where you guys are probably thinking of extending an offer to someone. It can be related to romance, but it could also be around investments as well, given that for you guys, Pisces is your 8th house. And in the challenger obstacle position, we have the Hanged Man. So this could just be saying that the challenge here could be that you might be hesitant to make this offer. Maybe you've been overthinking it for a while. And I mean, it is as far as, you guys have the Mercury retrograde that'll be taking place in your 12th house of Cancer. So that could definitely cause a little confusion there and maybe a lot of second guessing in that regard. And then, of course, we're going to have 2 new moons in Cancer as well. So there's that. So I feel like there could just be a lot of energy going on in your 12th house where you might be second guessing, maybe not feeling too confident about moving forward with something at this time. In the foundation position, we have the 6 of Pentacles. So this is actually a Taurus energy, which for you guys is your 10th house of career and social status. So this could just be saying that this would be to restore balance in some way. So for example, like I was saying, if it's some kind of an investment, this could be you trying to partner up with someone and, trying to make sure that everyone puts in their fair share in the situation. Could be a relationship situation as well. But what I'm picking up on here actually is doing the bare minimum. And that might be the dynamic that could throw things off with you guys. So the reason why I say that is if we look at it, he's holding the scale, right? And obviously it looks like he's better off than those 2 people are. But to me, the scale makes me think of someone who's like, all right, I'm going to give exactly enough to where the scales are balanced, nothing more, nothing less, right? So sometimes when you get into like a transactional type of connection like that, then it's almost guaranteed that their balance will never really be on too often. So that could be what's at play there. In the past situation, we have the 5 of Wands. So this is actually a Leo energy here, represents the first 10 degrees of Leo. So for those of you who have your placement within those degrees, this might resonate for you a bit more. But this can just be saying that maybe this is actually an apology that you're thinking of extending to someone because there might have been a conflict in the past. If that's the case, it was probably a bit of an ego-based type battle. Probably wasn't the most productive thing, but you guys just might have gotten into it. And that could be why you're a bit hesitant, because you're like, okay, I know things got a little out of hand, but you're just trying to figure out how best to go about rectifying the situation. In the present position, we see the Knight of Pentacles. So on the one hand, well, this is Virgo energy for one. So on the one hand, this could just be saying that there is that desire to actually come forward with a stable offer, right, for forward movement. But at the same time, another way this could be playing out could just be saying that it could be very slow coming. So again, we could still see that hesitation on your part to move forward. And so that could possibly cause some issues there, because looking at that future position, we do see the Tower card. And again, this can be related to finances as well, because for you guys, Virgo is your 2nd house of finances. All right, in the near future position, we have the Tower. So yeah, I feel like primarily what's at play here is this, to me, feels like a timing thing. Like I said, I feel like for some of you what might end up taking place is maybe this could be something that you might have waited a bit too long to take action on. So it could be one of those too little, too late dynamics that could be taking place there. But I mean, the energies will be a bit volatile, right? I mean, I feel like everyone's been like, okay, that's been all of 2020, but I mean, we still have some eclipse energy to deal with, especially that Cancer and then Capricorn, the final Capricorn full moon eclipse, that's going to be early in July. So maybe there's going to be some significance to that timeline for you guys, especially if this is around work and finances for you. But if you're worried about this being an issue, what I always say to people when the Tower card does pop up, I say, usually you could carry some black tourmaline around with you for some protection, or you could look for some other protection stones or crystals. They're relatively inexpensive. All right, in the position of your influence on the situation, we have the Seven of Swords. So this is a card that often points to deception, but once again, the dynamic that I'm feeling here, similar to what I was saying with that Six of Pentacles, is I feel like this is that energy of putting in the bare minimum, So it's like, okay, if I know this is all the effort that it'll require from me to get things back on track, then that's all I'm going to give, right? When you could have given more to the situation. So just be careful around that this month. Like I said, you're going to have that Mercury retrograde energy going on in your 12th house. So that could definitely lead to some potential self-sabotage type dynamics. So as we get closer to your season towards the end of July, that energy should be cleared up by then. But yeah, definitely try to make sure you're staying above board this month, because it looks like there definitely could be some issues if you don't do so. In the environment position, we have the Eight of Cups. So this is actually Pisces energy here as well, which we were talking about in the main situation. So some of you, this can be related to a Pisces that you might be dealing with, actually. But again, like I said, this could also just be pointing to that 12th house energy you guys are going to be feeling this month too. But what I'm seeing here for most of you, this can just say that whoever this is, that, like I said, it looks like there might have been a falling out and you're looking to restore balance. But I feel like I said, I don't know why I'm getting that vibe so heavily, but I get this vibe that you're like, all right, well, I'm going to do exactly this much. That should fix the situation, and that's it. And especially if this is something that, you've taken a while to actually come back to this person with the apology, and then you come back with like something that's a little bit half-assed, then, they might say, yeah, I'm not feeling that. So, because they might feel like, okay, well, if you took this long to apologize, I was actually expecting something more significant. You know what I mean? So that's the vibe I'm feeling there. I don't necessarily see this as, it doesn't have to be a permanent thing either. It could just be the energies that play this month. Keep that in mind, because I don't see like a lot of real significant cards in the spread. So it could be something more temporary, but it does look like there's definitely going to be some bumps in the road. In the hopes or fears position, we have the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Swords. So I feel like, again, this is a hope for you to take action. I feel like there's that desire to take action, but again, I feel like you're really just second guessing yourselves. I guess the only thing I would say there is just try to at least be authentic in whatever you do decide to do, because I feel like I was saying there, if it feels like the gesture is insincere, this person's probably going to pick up on that, and then they might end up walking away. So, and maybe that's what this is saying there too. The Aries energy we see here is definitely about authenticity, right? So that could be what this is pointing out. And in the outcome position, we have the Three of Swords. So this is actually Libra energy. So this could just be like a harsh conversation you might have, again, with whoever this is that you had a situation with. Like I said, for some of you, it could be as simple as if there was some kind of a partnership in business. Maybe you took too long and the person might not feel like, they might have pulled the opportunity because of that, or maybe partnered up with someone else. If it's a relationship situation, same thing, where, like I said, if you guys already had a falling out of some way in the past, and then they might feel like you took too long to come back around with an apology, or that not only that, but you might have taken a long time and they feel like you're really just purposely doing the bare minimum to fix the situation. They might not really be into that. But like I said, it might just be one of those things where you might have to see what happens in August, because the energies at play aren't too conducive to fixing things right now either. So there is that. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. And to me, this is another card that points to Pisces energy. So like I said, it could be a combination of the two things, where for one, it could just be pointing out the fact that you're going to have a lot going on in your 12th house. far as you can actually be saying that you might be dealing with a Pisces as well, though. All right, moving on to the Oracle cards. First, we have Poised. There's the artwork. The number is 48. We'll see what that has to say. Okay, it says being ready, bringing something to light, being at your best, confidence. The Oracle's message: you can be assured that you are ready for anything right now. You know what you need to, your skills are sharp, you've come to this place armed with wisdom and knowledge, and you sense a new phase of your life about to begin. People respond to your confidence and trust you. This is an auspicious time to begin new things. So yeah, the way it's talking about confidence and your skills are sharp, so on and so forth. I feel like that could be basically saying that for those of you who are in that situation where you have been hesitating with that hangman energy and the challenge position and that Knight of Cups, where you've been hesitant to move forward on something, could just be saying that could be nudging you to actually make that move, and maybe saying in that regard that if you do wait too long, then that could be the end result, which is that Tower. So something to think about there. All right. The relationship message says, when you're confident and happy in your own skin, you are ready for deeper, more intimate relationships. You have nothing to prove right now. You are completely yourself and can handle anything. Love, friendships, and harmonious new connections are all present now or are coming in. You're ready to give and you're ready to give and receive from the heart. This is a beautiful place to be. So yeah, again, with that hesitancy, right? Same dynamic there with the Knight of Cups, like I said, and that Hangman in the challenge position. Could just be that you guys are doubting yourselves in some way. So it looks like it's kind of encouraging you in that regard. As far as the prosperity message, it says you have every reason to feel confident. Everything you need to make your success concrete is now at your disposal. You can take action knowing that you are ready to step into your power, into your light, and into your service to the world. The direction you're moving in is your destiny. Your soul is smiling with joy as you align with this truth. All right. So definitely a pretty positive message there as well. Now I will say, because you guys do have that 7 of Swords energy in your position, and then we see that 3 of Swords and the outcome and obviously the Tower, I will read the protection message, because for some of you, maybe there is still going to be that doubt and that hesitation on your part and possibly some self-sabotage. So we'll see if that message helps you out. It says, you're not ready to move forward at this time, and that has to be okay. Be poised in the face of demands and deadlines. Pretending you know what you're doing works sometimes, but if you adopt a fake it till you make it attitude, it will land you in some muck right now. This is not the time to wing it and deliver something half finished. It's okay to postpone things until you're really ready. It's better to disappoint others now than wish you had later. So definitely an interesting message there. And actually, I feel like, quite frankly, that actually fits a little bit better from what I was primarily feeling with the spread, which is, remember where I was saying you guys might just put in the minimal effort? I was picking up on with the 6 of Pentacles and then the 7 of Swords here. So definitely be mindful of that, and especially if it's around your workplace. Like if there's some project they give you and they want you to get it done, and you're like, all right, well, I'll just try to do the bare minimum and hope no one notices, right? It could just be saying in that regard, you might be better off just being honest with them and letting them know, like, look, I need more time to complete this, you know what I mean? So hopefully that resonated for you guys. All right, moving on to the next oracle card. We have Eagle Spirit. It says, Spirit has your back. There's the artwork, and the number is 23. Okay, it says, think of the eagles flying high above the other birds, soaring on the wind. Eagle Spirit has appeared to ask whether you're willing to soar to new heights, even if that means solitude for a short while. Truly, all the wisdom of the world is available to you. When storms flash across the sky, it is Eagle Spirit that raises you above it all, helping you conquer fear and overcome adversity, reminding you that Spirit has your back and wants you to experience life at its fullest. At this moment, you are meant to know that you have the highest of wisdom and courage within, gifted to you by Spirit and all the angels. Boldly build your nest in a lofty space, and know that now you can fly effortlessly, proudly embodying eagle spirit in all her glory and grace, claiming what is truly yours in divine timing. So definitely a pretty positive message there, and hopefully that resonated with you guys. And the last thing we have is a Mudra card. So the Mudra that you guys got this month is the Mandala Mudra. There it is there. And the keyword for it is vision. I'll turn the card over so you can see the info on it. Alright, let's say we won't fit everything in the frame. So what I'll do is if you want to pause it or take a screenshot, you can for that part. And I'll move it up so you can see the rest. Alright, so under benefits it says awakens supreme devotion and enlightened attitude, improves concentration, evokes insight into the transitory nature of all things, serves as a physical expression of your own original nature. So if that sounds like something you think would be beneficial, I will put the name of the Mudra in the description of the video as always. Once again, happy early birthday to those of you celebrating July, and I'll see you guys next month. Alright, bye.